We're in the oil spill house again, and there's going to be a sink installed here now. From before the oil spill, there always was a sink, and now we're going to install a real one. Everything here, all the plumbing you see, is going to be cut back and redone.
Undo that? I got the screwdriver there.
Oh, it's a screw.
That's what you said. Now, what I want to do, leave those straps because I want to I want to try to salvage the wood there, but we'll cut the wood back.
You want me to cut it like here?
Yeah, well, I want to, let's first get this off, then we'll get the waters off. Because I'm going to mount the one handle valve, and then we'll run the PEX overhead.
You want me to do the clean up the valves and stuff?
Yeah, with the adapters.
Oh, you know what, Pete? I just remembered, we didn't want to block the window. So the water would stay in, but then it was still, and it's just, it's surprised it's still holding. It's just a soldered mess.
Yeah. Well, it's time. You know, that's a sign that...
So this is in, it's going to be soldered, of course, and then unfortunately it's going to be PEX because that's the crap that millennials like. Plastic has got to be better than metal that we've used for over 100 years. This is all being chopped out, including this weird angle on this piece, this whole PVC that Joe and I did back in the day with the replacing an HE washer with a real washer videos.
You're gonna get an education today, other than a sink. You know, in these days, I can't afford to be out of work anymore. 6 weeks was enough.
Right.
You know, I'm not a where I got unlimited sick days. You know, that's why I'd say keep that job.
Right.
You don't want this one.
No. I was an electrician before, so sometimes that's one of those, you know.
Tom, grab the PEX from the truck. I do this in my sleep.
Don't you want to see what you do?
I got
Watch the walls.
I got 4 eyes, Joe.
Watch the walls.
I got 4 eyes.
These are original walls.
Oh, these are the best basements to work in. Are you kidding? This is the best. This is nice working like this.
Oh, just open?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can't do that.
And for, you know, also it don't hurt working for people like you. You know, some of the people we work for are brutal.
I'm sure.
But it's usually with the company. All of my customers are kind of like you, you know?
Right. Word of mouth. And
Yeah, word of mouth. Nobody's giving you a hard time.
As a little side project, the light that's been here by the boiler has been dead for, I think, since the oil spill. What has it been, 4 years now?
It's been dead since I
3 years?
installed it.
Whatever it was, it's always been dead, so we're putting finally got a new fixture, and we'll see if it works. Strip it out.
Alright, when in doubt, rub
We're
one
gonna
out.
put like these little like furring strips in. to get that to fit over these
Having a
pipes.
nice time. What do you think?
Holy.
Working with me every week, and that's why he doesn't want to work for him.
I had a guy who worked for Hazelton out of Amityville, and he refused to work on the weekends.
Nah, you can't bite the hand, you know?
He used to do that all the time. Oh, hey, how about
What's your overhang?
Like 7/8.
it's about an inch.
Right there.
Okay.
So the sink is ready to be installed, and the pipes will be run after because it's probably going to run the length of this, I would gather, and hook back in for the watchman's. That, in case you're curious, is to keep it off the ground so there's no water infiltration. And what is that? Look at your typical stop sign. That's what kind of metal that is. That's exactly what it's off of. So it's been an hour and nothing has happened in Light Central.
I'm on a
You've
union
been
job.
talking.
It's a
Been
union.
talking.
Keep talking. You gotta talk things out. Talk things out.
Talk it out. Talk it out.
When in doubt, rub it out.
Allegedly, he actually used a drill bit and pre-drilled this
That was
stuff.
off camera, so you
But it
can't-
was off camera, so it never
You
happened.
can't happen.
Just make sure to strip these screws out.
Well, you know what I did wanted to do is on camera split the wood, and then you would have said you should have used your drill. And then I said, oh, I used the drill.
So we're putting these strips up for the light to mount to it, because that's the wood that's handy. Wait till that battery goes dead.
Like every year during the holidays, the heat and the cold,
Yep.
and then I get water.
Right.
So for the gay people,
Every beat.
the rest of the colors are in between.
You see that guy that did that white PEX? The fact that he used that tubing and that method of expanding,
I was looking at that. Actually.
that right off the bat, I don't know the level of his competence, but I know that he's
Using the right
got to be okay.
Oh
Because
yeah.
he knows and he can afford the tools.
We're putting the bulbs in, and we'll see if it actually works.
What do you think? You're the only one that has
Plug it in.
sarcasm as a middle name?
See if it works this time.
Those two together is like.
Finally. Finally. There's a light finally. Wow.
I would go a little longer. We could always cut a ½ inch off. I'll be okay. Could you get me 2 T's from over there? Get the, oh geez, you know what I think I didn't get?
Those lights are brighter, Jay.
Okay. And you'll be able to do this without it moving.
Okay.
It's like
Yeah,
play
'cause I wanna
school.
try to teach them
You
how to-
should. That's what it's for. Because to tell my wife to do that, I might have to stop there. And her sister got me a little. Tom, where's the 1 5/8 gazenta for the tool? You know, for the. Okay.
5/8.
Always the,
Easiest way possible.
I knew you were gonna say
That's
that. And then I put a towel down.
yeah, that's why,
After-
it's one of the reasons why I got a funnel, because I only like to leave
Well, I
this,
didn't
like,
see it purple
quarter.
on the inside, so I didn't know if I was gonna use that funnel. I thought you used it for like oil or
I
something.
do. I use it when I change the oil in the van.
Alright.
But it'll be okay. I can wipe it out. It's okay. Mm-hmm. Because I'll get them quicker, and you'll get aggravated if you have to look for those. They're going to be a pain in the ass.
I bet you they were in the drawers though, right?
No, the valves I got in these two big Maxwell House coffee cans. Okay, you're going to cut a piece of 2-inch off that end. Make sure the end
You guys want some water?
is nice.
I'm okay. Thank you.
Yes, no?
I'm okay. Thanks.
Oh yeah, definitely. Sure.
What do you want me to do here? Make it straight?
Thanks. The piece of pipe that's there.
But this is like a...
Well, I mean, he's doing right.
Yeah. This is kind of like, obviously not gonna run it into the vent for the whole house.
Right, right.
So this is the other way
So
around.
this is just so air goes.
I just
out.
did one at my friend's house. It's not
You
vented.
don't need to be vented. Okay. But the sink, the way he has it, should be vented.
Well, everything should be vented. Like this should have been vented, but like I said, it doesn't really matter.
And it's.
I mean, it does matter, but it's not gonna hurt it if it's not.
And it's one way. There's a plastic piece in there, so water doesn't come in.
It's literally, it pushes air, I mean, it sucks air in, pushes air out. It's like it's just like a flap. So when you're pulling water, it pulls air.
So Pete,
Yes, sir.
maybe after the winter, that front main, maybe
Yeah, that's actually a good idea to
Price
do it
that
in
out?
the spring.
yeah,
There's nothing to price out. I know the price already.
how much?
Take bets now. There's 4 guys here. Who says the strainer leaks?
Not me.
No, I think it'll be
So
fine.
Is that a bet?
Okay.
How much you got?
How about the whole job?
No way. No way. Because it's so old, the strainer, that's is probably rotted together.
No, yeah,
it's
they don't
it's
make it
old.
that way.
It's olded together.
The new one would leak.
Yeah, right.
Would you say 1.5 inches, right?
Yes. It's just it went too smooth for that strainer not to leak. And I even got my bad luck charm here. No, he's not a bad luck. I'm only kidding.
No.
It just seems as if lately everything's been going wrong.
Oh yeah, I mean something has to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
God forbid you cut out.
You should just call him your pipe dope.
My pipe don't. No, he's and this like this lately with this shoulder. He's been a godsend.
Well, if you got a guy who's like an apprentice, it gets a little frustrating because they don't know the lingo, the code.
Yeah.
They don't know. You always want to be 2 steps ahead
Well,
of the worker.
yeah. Well,
So-
he's at the point now where the boss sends him out. You know, he's
that's
out on
good.
his own. Yeah.
Probably does
So.
service calls and shit.
Yeah. So he's, you know, I could tell him to do something. I don't have to check his work,
Right.
which is priceless.
When the guy came to plumb in my stuff years ago when I did my own stuff, I needed like a toilet and a brass ring because the lead broke and all that. His helper was two steps behind him,
Yeah.
and the work was took twice as long.
Right. Well, that's why I never really had help years ago because.
But I had a problem with the bill because it took twice as long. That's not my fault.
Right.
So and then they went to Ferguson.
Another reason why I don't work on a time and material basis.
Right.
You know.
And then he went to Ferguson, and that was my problem because he didn't have that brass box that you put into the sink.
Right.
So he had to go purchase it. So he sends his guy. And I said, okay. And I'm like, wait, why am I getting billed for like 8 hours? He's like, we were there. I said, bullshit, your guy was 2 steps behind your main guy. He goes, well, that's an apprentice. Not on my fucking job.
Exactly.
I
That's
said,
not your problem.
I said, do you understand that I used to be in... He's like, so what does that have to do with plumbing? I got coffee. I got the trucks cleaned and washed and backed them into the yard.
well,
You don't charge Tom, Dick, and Harry. Oh, well, Joey had to get coffee at 2 o'clock. It's like... Let's see if he did the job for free.
We always do that.
Shut it down! Shut it down!
that's what we do.
You're up in the basement or you're running...
We even have this guy Tim. He's an electrician. When he's on the job, he's always going, "Shut it!"
Shut it down. We got the 2 bridges in the Throgsneck and the Whitestone. So anytime we're fucking around, and then the homeowner comes, that's it. What do you want it for? What do you want it for? What do you want it for? Put it on.
Did you look at that?
Well, no, that doesn't count. Let's get this hot water here to work. What was that? Is that the valve?
Hot's on the left. Good job. Okay.
You go up.
Yeah, a little bit. Right there. Okay.
Let me come over there.
I'll hold this. Oh, I love that sound. All right.
And this was the point where the whole job went down the drain.
Like, well, this is maybe this crap that no, this crap that. No one knew. No one knew. The plumber shows up and he looks outside and he sees a divot in the dirt.
Right there. You see that?
So now we're doing a final test. The water pressure is low because we have the washer running.
Yeah.
To
Well, also
fill that.
everything's half-inch in this house.
A little bit of a cleaning, but otherwise fine. So this is filling with the sink running, so that pressure isn't bad for what it is. Back here, obviously nothing is drained yet. This pipe was moved up slightly to match the pitch of the drain. The sink is still running. There's no leaks. Everything is working well. And we're just going to let this do its thing, let it drain and all that. Now we're draining. Yeah.
How's that check valve, Tom, look? Good? With a full dump now?
What we're doing here. We're moving. deal.
Yeah, I'll start doing that. That's great, buddy.
Final run. Draining the sink.
Just got
and the washer at the
confirmation
same
from
time.
Tony that he's going to be coherent when we get there.
Now, question, just a plumbing question. So why this style? Oh no, I'm sorry.
Deal. My water. Air admittance valve. Washer's draining. We're just working out little kinks. There's a drop here, a drop there, and we got them taken care of. Everything is working.
For a vertical application where the top is the vent.
Right.
Yeah,
All right. 4 schmucks in a sink. This is good. Probably do it again.
well, now you guys are trying to make we're good. I think we're good. Everything's good.
LED.
Jesus Mary. Oh my.
What's
I
it
got
all?
a permanent ring on my hand now.
What's it all for?
Because when you go high end, this is your drain plug. So.
All right. Well, now that we got to redo
Tom,
it
just
again.
double check that cold water.
Yeah. Let's just make sure the littlest thing is still done.
Yeah.
And let me see. What is it's not a drip, it's just like you see water there.
Like a crown.
Blow on it. Blow it out and let it sit.
It's fucked up, man.
Well, you're gonna leave the water off because you're gonna have more pressure
Yeah.
on it
What?
with the water off.
It is?
It is.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, you know, these things happen. Edit it. Should just leave it in the corner and let it go all day. It's blowing again? I mean, there was no drips this whole time.
It could be the water that was when you tighten it.
Right, squeeze
The water that's on the top of the valve. I mean, I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, so here it is, all done. This looks different. Yeah, the job went great. All the work that he did was perfect. The problem we had was made in China parts. And the valve or the check valve that was put in, the black one, leaked. That's why there's a paper towel there. We ran 2 full washer loads and the sink full at the same time, and that was good. And then we also had another fun one. I don't have my light rig with me, where the water feed to the cold was dripping, and changed out the feed line, and then that one leaked from the other end. So then we put a third one in, and that was good because that was, thank you, that was the last one he had on the truck, and it looks like that's holding. So he corrected any issues. There are bound to always be little hiccups, and those are what takes the time, but he did it, and he did it right, and he did it good. So everything is in. So that was it. He cut this pipe out and plumbed it nice with the 22 degree. That, like I said, is a nice expensive one. Whether it's made in USA or not, we don't know, but it's fixed. It's good. No leaks. Everything works. Sink is here. We just got to get a what was it called?
Cock?
It was called a cock. Yeah.
Yes, cock.
Cock plug or
Cock
something.
plug. You measure the inner diameter, which is about 1.5 inches because my finger's 1 inch. Yes. So 1.5 inches stainless steel cock plug.
Cock plug. He said, yes, plumbing is very perverted. That was funny. So it's there. Everything drains. Sink drains at the same time as the washmatory. Everything's in and good. You saw the job go in. And that is pretty much going to do it. Another time there'll be some sort of light fixture put here so it's better lighting for this. But otherwise, all good. So that's going to wrap it up. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you hit like. Make sure you hit subscribe. And take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.